Matador.
Hey everyone, welcome to part 18 of our Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster 100% trophy walkthrough. In this episode, we're going to be collecting lots of friends. That's our next main assignment. And Cyan told us that he saw a Gao over by Miranda and is probably on the Veldt right now. So that's going to be our first destination. What you want to do is head into the Falcon, that's your new airship, and head on downstairs, find one of your party members to choose a new party, and just choose 3 people. It doesn't really matter who they are, but you do need 1 open slot. If you're using the characters that you normally use in battle, then they're probably already equipped, and that's good. Otherwise, just make sure that they have some basic equipment on, because you have to do a couple little fights here. Once you're back in control of the airship, you want to align yourself toward the east and fly all the way to that kind of ovally shaped continent. There's a yellow dot right there. I'm just working my way over there. So once you get there, go ahead and land, and you will hear the classic sound of the Veldt, and that tells you that you're in the right place. Now that you're here, you're going to walk around and just try to encounter some random battles. So here we have a couple Angel Whispers, and they're very easy enemies, so we'll just take them out. It could be any enemy that you've fought so far in the game that can appear on the Veldt. So whatever the game throws at you, just dispatch it as quickly as possible, and your friend Gao will arrive. Make sure you don't attack him or he will run away, but if enough time has passed without you attacking him, then he will want to join your party again. And because we have a free spot on our team, then he can just take up that slot. And that's all you need to do to get Gao. You don't have to give him dried meat or anything, he just joins you. And then you get another trophy, Looking for Friends Part 2. And that just means that you're on the right track, you're getting your allies back, and we'll continue to do more of that. So head back into the Falcon, go choose another party. This time we're going to get a party of 4. If you want to use Gao, great, use Gao. I'm just going to go back to my standard party of Celis, Sabin, Edgar, and Cyan. And then once that's done, just make sure that everyone has their equipment, all their espers, however you want it, and then we will move on to finding yet another friend. So take control of the airship, and if you'll remember from an earlier part, there was a little town on the top of that peninsula on the far right. There's a little yellow dot there. We did not go there before, but we're going to go there now. And so fly on over, and you can land nearby, maybe not directly on top of the tree there like I tried to do, and then head on inside. And this is Moblets. Ah! Someone's coming! That kid clearly has some stranger danger, but before we follow him and continue to traumatize him, we will go collect some treasure. So the top barrel here is one thing that we need to collect, and then we will head down the stairs, around, and into the basement. When you get down there, there will be another door that you have to walk through for a scene. You're gonna have to fight your way in here. We can fight too, you know. Wait. Terra? Mama? Are these people your friends? I'm so glad to see you're safe. I wanted to see you again. Terra, come with us. There's no saving this world unless we defeat Kefka once and for all. I know, but... We'll follow her into this back room. I can't fight anymore. The very day the world collapsed, Kefka turned his light of judgment on this village. The adults, these kids' parents, they all died trying to protect their children. It's aimed right at us! Protect the kids! Mom! Dad! This is a village of children now. They clung to me from the moment I arrived. They needed me. You can't take Terra from us. Dwayne. Please forgive him. It's just, if we lose Terra, we lose the only thing that's holding this village together. I don't know why these kids need me. And it's not like there's anything forcing me to protect them. It's the strangest feeling. But once that feeling took root inside of me, I lost the strength to keep on fighting. I feel like I'm on the verge of understanding something important. It's hard to describe, but the harder I look for the answer, the more I lose my strength to fight. Well, I think we should give her some time to think about that, so we're going to head on out. I just made sure that I have the Thunder Shield equipped, because that's going to come in handy as well. Help! Humbaba's coming! Humbaba, the ancient monster released from the depths of the earth by the cataclysm. I have to protect the village. Okay, we have a solo fight of Terra versus Humbaba, but I think Terra was right when she said that she lost her will and ability to fight because she is very worthless in this. She can't really do any damage at all to Humbaba, so he will quickly dispatch us, and that's okay. It's a forced encounter that we have to lose. Terra, wake up! Uh-oh, here it comes! Well, at least this is going to be a fair fight with all of our party members. If you were able to fight the Storm Dragon in Mount Zozo and were victorious in that, then this should prove no problem for you. Humbaba has a severe weakness to poison and to the bio spell, so go ahead and get him poisoned and keep launching those bio spells. You can assign a healer if you want to. I don't think that he does that much damage, honestly. He's pretty tame in this. But you're going to have to fight him multiple times because he's kind of a coward and will either run away or to kick you out of battle. So it'll be kind of a... It is a boss fight, I suppose, in a sense. However, it's more of just a scripted story element to kind of round out Terra's arc here. So just do what you can. Strong attacks, bio, anything that can take him down. He's got 60,000 health, but you don't have to deplete all of it to move on to the next part of the battle. So go ahead and enjoy. This will only take a few more seconds, and I'll catch you on the end of it. So there you can see he just decided to flee. He's out of here, and we'll continue with where we left off in the story. I guess I really don't have the strength to fight anymore. Mama! Are you okay? I'm staying here. I wouldn't be any help to you now, and the children need me. But Terra... Maybe after a little more time has passed. I need to understand what's happening to me. I can't lose Mama too, not after everyone else. Well, we're going to let her rest for a little while and think it over. Thanks for scaring Humbaba away. This fell off the chain around his neck. Here, you can have it. Obtained Fenrir Magicite. Alright, a new Magicite for us. All you need to do now to advance this part of the story is to leave the house, walk outside the city, and then come right back in. So we're going to do just that. Once you're back inside, you're going to head down to the lower left house and enter it. And the dog will show you where there's a secret passage. So follow him down. you're back. Keteran's gonna have a baby. I'm so happy that I'm going to have a child. But when I told that to Dwayne, he turned cold all of a sudden. Keteran, I'm sorry, I just don't know how to handle all of this. I acted like an idiot, but everything's okay now, so please come back home with me. Ah, Humbaba's headed this way! Well, head on up, grab this high ether from a pot, and that is 3 out of 3 items collected, so we're good to go. Just make sure that everyone is healed up, and you're going to have yet another fight against Humbaba, as if the first 2 weren't enough for you. We're also going to give people plenty of MP because we're going to be spamming bio again. Well, here he is once again, and we're going to continue on with our same method as before, using poison or any strong attacks that you have, any bio. Just keep throwing that stuff at him, and you're going to take him down pretty quickly. Does have the solar plexus attack, which does some damage to us. It's still not nearly anything that the storm dragon threw at us. So again, if you were able to do that fight, this one is a joke in comparison. Fun fact, if you use Runic, you will actually absorb your own spells as well. So self-absorbed bio there. A little bit of a mistake, but that's alright. I was actually trying to catch his Thundara here, but I guess either the timing was off or I forgot that Celis will absorb your own allies' magic attacks as well with Runic. So either way, just continue on. Doesn't do that much damage, and I'm going to just let this play out until the next section, so enjoy this fight. Once you've done enough damage to him, then he will start to use Humbaba Breath, and he will eject a couple people out of your party. So they're gone. Terra! Now it seems that Terra has regained her will to fight, so she turns into her esper mode, and that will actually last this entire battle, so she automatically joins our party here. I was looking through her different magic attacks, and there wasn't anything that really stood out, like I wanted to do it. So I just decided, okay, she can be my healer for this, and then I'll just alternate between using Bio with Celis and using Flurry with Cyan. And that worked out pretty well, and just kept up with that pattern, and he went down in no time. So I'll let this one play out for you, and I will see you at the end of the battle. And there you have it, another pretty easy fight. It's all done, and we will never see Humbaba again as he wastes away and disintegrates. It's another monster! It's scary! I'm afraid! Mama? It's you, isn't it? I can tell. Huh? Mama? Tara? Mama! Tara! I'll fight. I think I finally understand. The feeling that's been growing inside of me, it must be love. I have to fight to protect the people I love and to make the world a safe place for new lives. Dwayne, keep Katerin and your baby safe. Children, Mama has to go away for a while to make the world a safer place for you to live. But I promise I'll be back as soon as I can. Mama, I'm not gonna cry. Me either. I'll be good, so come back soon. Don't forget, you promised. Thank you. You all helped me understand what it means to love. I'll fight. I'll make this world a place where life can flourish and children can grow up in peace. And another day, another friend added to our party. Well, we can head on out now, and we'll go back to the Falcon. Head on into the Falcon. Take some time to choose a party, set up your equipment, make sure your espers are what they should be, and then once you gain control of the airship, then you will set your sights to Jador. Jador is located on that western continent that looks like the letter L in the top part of it, and it's a little bit south of Zozo, so fly on over and head right to the yellow dot there on the bottom of the upper circle, and head on inside. Time for a little bit of shopping, so we're going to head on into the armor store just to the left of the entrance here, and I'm going to buy a circlet for Sabin, and then I'm going to head over to the weapon store, which is just to the right and up. This weapon store has the crystal sword that we're going to buy for Edgar. So get that all equipped. And once you're satisfied, then we will head out of the weapon store and then continue north. Traveling up the big stairs, you'll see another big set of stairs go up there and enter this place. This is called Owzer's Mansion. And there's some weird stuff going on in here, so we'll climb the stairs, but we're told to stay away by a mysterious voice. Talk to this diary over here. Just spent a small fortune on a new painting, the first in some time. It's quite a large one, so I won't be able to put it in the first floor with the others. Must think about where to display it. An artist came from Zozo today, showed me his work. What a waste of time. Lamp on the stairwell was broken, so I bought a new one at the item shop. 'Twas a tad pricey, but now everything's all bright and cheery with just a flip of the switch. Invited an artist here from Kolingen, but his skills weren't quite up to par. Guess it's asking too much to expect a painter to have more talent than a wet sponge. Been feeling strange lately, seems to have come on since I had that picture painted. Been hearing things too, strange sounds. They seem to be coming from the cellar. The diary ends here. Well, let's go talk to this lamp and head on upstairs. You'll see there's a picture of some flowers here. Talk to it for a very highly missable bestiary entry. You definitely need to get this one. This is Rafflesia, a couple plant monsters, nothing very serious here. Just do what you want to kill them, and definitely get this bestiary entry before you miss it. Now that that one's done, you're going to head down and to the left and see a portrait of Emperor Gastal. Talk to it one time, and then talk to it a second time to obtain the Emperor's letter that reads, "The legendary treasure sleeps where the mountains form a star." A legendary treasure? That sounds pretty good. We'll have to go get that soon. Down in the bottom left, there's a portrait of a lovely lady. When you talk to it, you'll have to fight these two monsters called Misty. They put some eyeshadow on Cyan, and that gives them the darkness sass effect. But then they decide to become very nice, and they want to start casting Cura on us, and they're going to heal us instead. We will return their kindness by killing them, and moving on with the story. Once they're gone, then a new doorway will open for you, and you just have to walk straight into it. Head on down the stairs, and now you're in basement 1 of Owzer's mansion. Talk to the left portrait here, which is a picture of a chair, and you'll get transported inside of it and have to fight these enemies, the Coral Cat and the Blade Dancer. There's 4 Coral Cats and just 1 Blade Dancer. You're going to be seeing a lot of those Blade Dancers, and they're actually pretty terrifying. They can do some big damage to you, they can throw weapons at you, and do lots of damage, so just try to do it as quickly as possible. That was the big Blood Dance attack that drains off a lot of your health, so just do what you can to kill this enemy as quickly as possible. There, just threw a Mangaush at us, and we didn't like that, so we killed her instead. Okay, there are some new bestiary entries here, and we will want to walk around for a while to get them. This portrait does nothing, but you can walk around and see if you can encounter the next enemy. So the little balls on the screen, those are called Crusher. Just a new enemy, not very intimidating, not very strong either, but those Blade Dancers still are a big problem for us. So we'll just attack everything all at once, and hopefully we can pick up the kills pretty quickly. We're not done just yet. We will continue walking around. It took me a very long time to find this next monster, so it'll probably take you a while too. So just strap in. This is the Caladrius, little birds here, but despite being so rare, they are very weak. So I used Razor Gale on them, and it killed them in one shot. Okay, now that that's done, we have our bestiary entries. We're going to continue on with treasure hunting. There's 2 doors above you. Go in the left one for a treasure. It's a Moogle suit. And then go into the right door, which will take you up. And you'll see 3 doors that are alternating in their opening. But there's actually a path on the right there. And we're going to go down that path to collect another treasure that's hidden from us. So look around there, and it's a lich ring. Head on back around, and you're going to go in the left door when it opens. Head through the door when the opportunity presents itself, and you'll be in this hallway. Walk around, go inside this door, and continue on straight. You can see that there are floating boxes over there. Well, that's strange, but a treasure chest is a treasure chest, so let's go get it. You'll hop out of that painting. Every time you step in the shadow of the box, you will encounter one of these fights, and they're all the same. 4 coral cats and 1 blade dancer. So do what you have to do to fight them all off. I'm going to skip all the other fights. I just wanted to show you this one, but then we'll collect all 4 of these treasure chests in a row. So the first treasure chest is 293 gil. The second treasure chest contains a potion. The third treasure chest contains an ether. And finally, the fourth treasure chest contains a gold needle. Once you're done there, go talk to the picture of the suit of armor, and you'll fight a new monster called Still Life. This monster is not that difficult. It has a little under 5,000 HP, and it does have one mechanic, and that would be using Doom on your characters. That just puts a timer on them. When it counts down, that character dies. It's going to do it to all the party members. And really, this is just a waste of time because we will kill it long before that timer ever reaches 0. But he's just going to continue doing it anyway, and we will kill him off and then move right along. And the portrait is replaced by a door, so head on inside of it. There's a save point here. It's maybe a good idea to use. And then go in the right door, continue up, and you'll find some stairs. But please, help the painting. The painting? There's a monster possessing my prized goddess painting. A monster? Yes, it hides in the painting. It won't show itself. Yeek! Relm, you mustn't attack the picture of the goddess. It'll only make matters worse. Wahaha! Trying to get between me and my prize, will you? This painting's the best I've had in a long time. No one's denying me this treat. And now we have a fight against Chdarnuk. And it tells us that the girl in the picture is mine. It is a demon that possesses the portrait of the goddess. This fight has 2 phases. There's the goddess phase and the demon phase. So right now on screen is the demon phase where it's black, and this is the only one that you can kill. If you deplete all the HP from the goddess side, she'll just regenerate. So this boss isn't too terrible, but it has some annoying things to go along with it, and it will switch back and forth depending on different things. So the demon will transform back into the goddess after you attack it a few times, and then the goddess will switch back to the demon after enough time has passed. So what you want to do is when the demon pops up, attack it as hard as you can. You can see the lights flashing in the background. That means that the transition is happening, and it's going between its different forms. If you attack the goddess, then it will counterattack and can do some not nice things to you. So unfortunately, I already had these attacks queued up, so they happened anyway. I didn't really want that to happen, but otherwise I'm just going to pass time. So she uses a skill called Entice and tells Sabin to hit his friends until they fall. What this does is it gives him a permanent confusion, and this will not go away despite anything I try on him. It doesn't even show that he's confused, but the whole rest of the battle, I can't control him, and he's going to be attacking me, and at one point he's going to try to heal the boss as well. So we just lost control of Sop, and he's out, so I basically have 3 party members now. But we're going to go all in, trying to do as much damage to the demon form as possible before it reverts over to the goddess, and then just kind of take our time with that one, maybe heal up during the goddess phase, and we'll just switch back and forth between those 2 things. The demon form is weak to fire attacks, so feel free to use that, or I believe it's also vulnerable to holy damage, but I wasn't able to test that with Sabin, trying to do an aura cannon on him, but you can try it if you want to. The boss does absorb thunder damage, so don't use any electric-based attacks on it, or you'll just be healing it. You probably gathered that all, though, because it's been casting Thundara a lot on our team, so the goddess form can counter with something called Poltergeist, and that gives you an incurable version of sap that will slowly drain away your HP. I got lucky that didn't happen to me, but just know that if you attack the goddess, then that can happen. Sabin decides to use fire on our entire team because he's a traitor during this fight, and but it's not so bad. It's not such a bad fight. It's kind of a fun mechanic switching back and forth between the 2. Other bosses in the game don't really do that, so I did enjoy that aspect of it. But I'm just going to let it play out from here. There's nothing else that you really need to know about it. Just keep chipping away at the demon form until eventually you kill it, and then we can move on. You cannot have. Well, good job. Now he's dead. And we can talk to Relm and see what's going on with her. And also talk a little bit more to Owzer. Hey, you can relax now. That monster's not going to be possessing any more paintings. Oh, thank you. That picture's worth more to me than my own life. Really? So, what was the monster doing in that painting? I guess I should start at the beginning. I'd been looking at this lovely stone I'd bought at the auction house. All of a sudden, I was overcome with desire for a painting of Lakshmi. I had a few different artists try to paint it for me, but none of them really gave me what I was looking for. It was right around that time that I heard about little Relm. I brought her straight here and set her to work. But then that thing came along and possessed her painting. It must have been lured here by the stone. Where's the stone now? The stone? It's over in that bookcase. Let's go have a look. This is magicite. Whatever it is, I sure don't need it anymore. If you want it, you can have it. Obtained Lakshmi magicite. I have to go now. But don't you worry, I'll be back to finish this painting. I'll be waiting for you. Okay, Owzer's mansion is done. Step inside just to show that we have collected all 6 chests there. There were no hidden items, and we're good to go there. Well, that concludes Jador. We're going to head on out, and now that we have Relm in our party, maybe we should go find her grandpa and recruit him. That's right, we're going to go get Strago next. So what do? We head on out of town, back to the Falcon, and we're going to form up a party of 4 people, and this one will include Relm. So, head into the Falcon, down the stairs. We'll talk to Tara right here, and change our party members. Doesn't really matter who you choose. In fact, I don't even think that you need 4 people, because we're not going to do any fighting here. But, choose a party, Relm has to be in it. That's all there is to it. And now take control of the wheel, and we're going to fly to a place called Cultist Tower. It is located right in the middle of that snake-looking continent that's over on the middle to the eastern side of things, and it's surrounded by these mountains here. So land, and inside we see that Strago has joined a cult. Listen here, you stubborn old bag of bones! Snap out of it! Relm? Relm, is it really you, dear? You're alive? Grandpa, you idiot! What were you thinking? Oh, Relm, I was sure you were. Did you really think I was going to check out before you, you old geese bag? Ha ha ha! Foul-mouthed as ever, I see. Bless your heart. Come on, Grandpa, you're coming along with us. Ha ha, I'm raring to go. Can't leave everything up to you whippersnappers, can I? Alright, well, this is Cultist Tower. We're not going to do it just yet. So instead, we're going to head right back outside and jump into the airship. And of course, it's time to go choose a party. This time, we're going to choose a party of 3 people. So choose your 3 best combatants. We've got a lot of fighting to do up ahead, and we're also going to be recruiting yet another party member. So once you've got the 3 people that you like, of course, take a moment to ensure that they have all the equipment that you want, that they have the espers, and you're good to go then. So now we're going to set a course for the North Continent, and there's a little dot here on the left side, or the eastern side, kind of right in the middle of the map, and that will be Narshe. So we're going to head into Narshe now. Head on up, and you'll see a familiar face. Yeah? Haven't we met someplace before? Meh, whatever. Nothing left in this town anyway, except for that one lousy Moogle. Doors are all locked, and you'd have to be some kind of treasure hunter to get them open. Oh, well, we do know a treasure hunter. So, walk around here. You're going to encounter some new enemies. One of them is called a Garm, and those are the kind of pinkish pink wolves there. And then Lucavi is the weird tusked animal in the lower left corner. These monsters aren't strong. You're not going to have a problem with any of them. So just do what you want to do to take them out. I'm going to point out something that maybe you've noticed, maybe you haven't, but Celis gains more experience than everyone else, and that's because I did equip her with the growth egg, so she's getting double experience here. I'm not using the PS4 modifier at all for that, but I'll explain why I'm using the growth egg specifically on her soon. Here's the next monster that I have to fight. It's called the Test Rider, and it looks a lot like the Dante enemy that we fought before. This one's about as strong as that one was, so again, just a couple attacks and it's going to be dead. Getting back to the Celis topic of why I'm giving her the growth egg, it's because I want to start to differentiate her a little bit and get her a higher level so she has more HP, and that will allow her to do more damage with the Ultima weapon, because I have a strategy for her. We'll continue up into Arvis's house. You've been here a couple times in the story. We'll just walk around through to the back door and head on out across the bridge here, and we're going to go into the mines. Once you're inside the Narshe mines, just keep on heading all the way north. You can stop at that save point if you want to. Otherwise, keep following the path north. You'll see this door here. Once you go through that door, you'll find yourself in another familiar room. As you're walking around the mines, you will encounter a few new monsters to add to the bestiary. So here's the first two. These yellow blobs are psychos. No, that's not an insult, it's really their name, psychos. And the little hooded figures are called wizard. So go ahead, fight those things however you want to. The wizard tries to do some strange attacks to you. It'll try to silence you or inflict some status damage. It can use rasp on you. If you have Celis, you can always use her runic ability to absorb those things, but it's not a big deal. Silence doesn't carry over between battles, and rasp also isn't a big deal either. So once that battle's done, keep on heading up. You'll find a friend here. Kupo Po! I thought you'd all died, Kupo. I'm so glad you're alive, Kupo. I'll help you fight, Kupo. I bet the Yeti will come along too, Kupo. He'll be a big help, Kupo. He can be a little wild though, Kupo. He should be here in the mines somewhere. He'll help us if I order him to. Let's look for him, Kupo. And there we have another team member. Right where he was standing is a hidden item, so grab that. That's Malulu's charm. And now we have everything from the Narshe mines. That was the other holdover that we had from the World of Balance, and now we're all done. So what you want to do now is head on back to the center of town. You can do it either through the way that we just came, or you can go out the other direction. Doesn't really matter. Just work your way back through the cave system and down to the main road where we saw Lone Wolf the Pickpocket when we first entered Narshe. Now that you're here back to the main road, then continue all the way north, and we're going to enter the north section of the Narshe mines. So keep on heading up these stairs, and we're here. So head on up. You can save it if you want to, but otherwise walk around to this room because you want to find two new enemies, the Magna Rotor Yellow and the Magna Rotor Brown. These guys have mostly just physical attacks that they'll try to hit you with, throw a wheel at you. They're not difficult, so you can just fight them off and kill them however you see fit. A little bit about Mog, our new team member. I didn't show him at all in the World of Balance, so we did collect him then. He has a special mechanic called Dance, and you can select a variety of kinds of dances that he can do, and he will do a random attack or healing based on a set number of actions that he can do from that dance. So a little bit of randomness associated with that, but he's not so bad. We'll follow the path around and then come across this bridge here. you'll be heading up and back into the mines to scoot across this room and back out. And then you're going to go north. Well, we've definitely been here before. This is the big maze area, and we have another dragon flying around. So this one is a tough dragon, but there is a bit of a way to cheese him, and I'll show you how to do that. So number one, make sure that everyone's healed up. This boss has an attack that can freeze your entire party, and you won't be able to do anything. So if that happens, then you'll want to reload the quick save that you do right before this fight. Otherwise, what you'll do is just enter this fight here against the Ice Dragon, who doesn't look a whole lot like a dragon, certainly not like that Storm Dragon that we had. The first thing that you want to do is start off the battle by using Bioblaster to poison him. He is susceptible to poison, and that's going to do a lot of damage to him. And then what you want to do is just confuse him. Keep casting Confuse on him. He will hit himself in confusion, just like a Pokemon. And when he hits himself, he'll snap out of confusion. Then you confuse him again. Poison will keep ticking that whole time, and it'll really add up to doing a lot of damage by the end of this. So keep casting Confuse, keep letting him hit himself. That poison will tick away, and that's the basic strategy for it. What's going to happen is I will eventually miss a confusion, and then he gets an attack off. And that's a very bad thing for me, because he will use Northern Cross and end up freezing almost everyone. I got a lucky magic dodge with Sabin, and now I'm going to basically solo him the rest of the fight by continuing that same pattern of he hits himself, I confuse him, and it goes on and on that way until he dies. He has 24,400 HP, and if every one of his attacks does maybe 1,200 to 1,500 damage, and then that poison keeps ticking too. It doesn't take too many turns before both of those things just wear him down, and luckily he doesn't really hit you during that whole time. So that's the strategy that I used, and it does work pretty well for me. If you do want to fight him legitimately, he's weak to fire attacks. Be prepared to have him cast a wide variety of ice spells on you and target your whole team at the same time. So much like the Storm Dragon, you will need to have probably 2 dedicated healers this whole time. But it's very risky, because if they get frozen, you're out of luck with that one. So just do your best. Don't use ice spells against him. Obviously, don't reflect things off of yourself, because he'll just end up healing himself, and you'll just continue to waste away at him with fire spells until he dies. Anyway, that's the strategy. Just keep at it, be persistent, and you will emerge victorious in the end. So I'll just be quiet now and let this play out, and I'll catch you at the end of the battle. Alright, congratulations! You have now defeated your second of the elemental dragons. As a reward for that, you get something called the Force Shield. This is a partner to the Force Armor that you got from the Storm Dragon. And the message that 6 dragons remain. Still very ominous. So head on up, you can talk to the bucket, and it still works to fill your health up all the way. You can do a save if you want to. And I just had to do a quick esper swap because I had that one maxed out. And we're actually going to engage in another boss fight. This one's significantly easier as soon as we head north out of here and across the bridge. You'll see the old frozen esper. When you walk up to it, you will engage it in battle. This is Valigarmanda. Much like the Ice Dragon, this thing uses a lot of ice magic attacks. So Blizzaga, some heavy hitting things. He didn't seem to focus on the group very much. He would mainly just do individual targets, and that's a whole lot easier to manage as a healer. This time we'll get to use our party because we won't be frozen the whole time. I like to use Love Serenade with Mog, and he would often use Will of the Wisp, which does just a tremendous amount of fire damage to him. He's also weak to Fire. Just keep attacking him with your heaviest hitting attacks and fire elementals, and he's not really that big of a deal. He uses Rasp and things against Mog, which doesn't matter because his dance doesn't use MP anyway, and I don't even think he knows any magic at this point. So he was completely wasting his turns, and we're just doing a ton of damage to him this whole fight, every single chance that we could. Valigarmanda has 30,000 HP, but every attack does 2,000 to 3,000, or maybe even a little bit more than that. And if you do the math on that, it's really just 10 to 15 attacks at the most, and this thing's dead. So I don't even think that you really need to heal during this fight if you don't want to. You can just go all out and obliterate him, and the fight will be done very, very quickly. So good job on that. We can be all done with this esper. So, humans broke my seal of ice. Humans who possess magicite. Just who are you? I suppose that's of little consequence. But what of this devastation that fills the air? Could the war of the Magi have lasted 1,000 years? That foolish, unending war, You would seek to put an end to it. Then I shall put my trust in you. And we obtain the Valigarmanda Magicite. And this path opens up. The Valigarmanda Magicite is very good because it gives us access to the tier 3 spells of Firaga, Blizzaga, and Thundaga. That's going to do it for this video. We're going to do the Yeti Cave next and continue on collecting friends. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Woohoo!